Hey everybody, it's me Stacey here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to today's Saturday with Stacey YouTube class number 560, where we are live chatting. Look over there. We are live chatting if you are joining me during the premiere, which is every Saturday, 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom. So if you see that live chat going on, trust me, you will not find a more welcoming, creative, collaborative, thoughtful group than the SMS peeps. And I promise you, if you type in hello and tell us your name and where you're from, there'll be a string of people who say hello right back to you. So we are live chatting during the premiere. I have got a wonderful class for you today. It is full length, commercial free, definitely technique based, and I already started. There are my inky fingers. Let me tell you, my manicure was good until about, 2 hours ago. So today I have from Crafter's Companion a brand new collection called Flamazing Flamingos. Yes, I know, cute, right? Flamazing Flamingos. 2 years ago when I was in Orlando for the NAMTA show, our t-shirts, because it was in Florida, I did flamingos on the back of our SMS t-shirts, and it was flamazing. We were flamazing at this show. It's so cute that they've now come out with a release, a collection that says the same thing. So very excited to share that with you. But there was a reason I wanted this collection. In fact, we made a switcheroo last minute when I found out that this collection had landed here in the States. I said, oh, Kimberly, she's with Crafter's Companion. Hey girl, hey. I said, hello, Kimberly. Can I have that collection? She said, wait, we're already doing something else with you. I said, I know, but a girl has the prerogative to change her mind, right? So we brought in Flamazing Flamingos because this is also the launch of my brand new 6 new colors of Stacey Park Premium Dye Inks by Jacquard. I already have 12 colors out, my original 12 colors. I started with 12, and now we're slowly but surely adding to them. And so I have 6 fun, flamazing colors that work so well with the Crafter's Companion collection. It was like, oh, we were having like a mind melt. We were like really in sync without knowing we were going to be in sync. So I'm excited to share with you my 6 new colors. Yes, there's re-inkers already here. Yes, we have a bundle with the inks. We have a bundle with the re-inkers. And if you want the inks and the re-inkers, you just get both bundles. Yes, they're on sale. And yes, they are amazing. Now, Jacquard is the company that I am a licensed designer for, and Jacquard is really well known in the fine art world. I mean, not only are they well known, but they are super respected. Asher, his whole company is at like this kind of a level. They are at the top of their game all the time. So when I was approached to do inks, at first I wasn't so sure about it, but they have the capacity to, they have chemists right here in California, right here in California, that are able to, make magic potion happen, and you tell them what you want the inks to be able to do, and they come back. Well, they came back months and months later and said, they're done. And I'm like, what do you mean they're done? I had thought you've forgotten about me. So when you get the opportunity to partner with somebody that is like, which is what Jacquard is in the fine art market, well, I am so excited, and they have been absolutely wonderful. The next 6 colors are beautiful. They're fun, they're flamazing, they go with flamingos, and we are going to play with them quite extensively today. So a lot on inks today, a lot of playing with the inks, and I'll be working some of the Crafter's Companion product in with my inks and what I'm doing with them. Now I have several bundles from Crafter's Companion. There is one bundle that has their 6x6 paper, their vellum 8x8 paper, and their linen, what do they call it? It's their luxury linen cardstock. That's one bundle. Then I have another bundle where it has everything, most of everything that I'm going to be using today. And then because the collection's so big, but I wanted you to have the opportunity to get it all, we brought some of the other product in just as open stock. So don't worry, I'll show you what's in the bundles, I'll show you the paper, I'll show you it all, but we want to play. However, to get from here to there, there's a stop in the middle, and that's called Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. And I do have 2 Winner Winner Chicken Dinners today. Yeah, so there was my intro, and now to get to the fun stuff, we have to stop in the middle. So I have 2 winners from YouTube number 559, which was making the most of eye-catching cards and layouts with easy peasy, hunky-dory, and Sizzix products. They have won a $75 credit to Scrapbooking Made Simple. $75. Holy smokes, artichokes. These 2 ladies are gonna go hog wild crazy. Oh no, I bet it takes them forever to spend the money. It's so much harder when the money is free. When you're given a gift card and then it's like the doors open and possibilities are in front of you. And it's like, well, do I want this or do I want that? Okay, so the 2 winners have liked the video because you must like the video. That's how we determine what the prize is each week. How many likes we get. So 0 to 250 likes, we give away $25 gift cards. 250 to 500, well, that's a $50 gift card. 500 to 750, a $75 gift card, and 750 to 1,000, we would give away 2 $100 gift cards. So to be able to do that, you must like the video, and then you have to post a comment. Your like isn't all because we can't see exactly who's liked the video. So you have to leave a comment below, and it can be anything from, hey girl, hey, to love the new colors, to inky hands make my heart happy too, to I'm having a day. I'm just having a day and I just need to decompress. And you will find that people will respond to you, or they'll like you, or they'll send you encouragement and happy messages. So these 2 lovely ladies liked the video and then left a comment. Are you ready to hear if you've won $75? Holy smokes, artichokes. Our first winner is Natalie Van Dyke. Hello, Natalie Van Dyke. How are you doing? $75 winner chicken dinner, you. Congratulations. Wahoo kachoo. Our second winner is Anita. Anita Lagasse? Anita Lagasse, is that it? Did I get it? Did I get it? Even if I don't, tell me I did. I won't know any different if you lie to me and say, yes, Stacey, you said it exactly right. I will believe you. I am a very trusting person. So, Anita Lagasse, congratulations. Both you and Natalie are your winners. What are you going to do? Are you rewinding the video and then calling all of your friends and your family going, oh my gosh, she called my name, and $75? Holy smokes, artichokes. So we have to do the winner chicken dinner dance for you. Are you ready? Stand up. Well, sit up straight at least. At the very least, sit up straight. And you're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, kachoo for you. Congratulations to both of you. I hope you enjoy your winnings. It makes our hearts feel good to make your hearts feel good. And maybe you splurge on something you've always wanted, or maybe you buy a little something for yourself, and maybe a little something for your best crafty friend. Who knows? You might just pay some of it forward. I have no idea. Or you could spend it all on yourself. I have no idea, but enjoy. Now today is all about Crafter's Companion and Flamazing Flamingo, but really it's going to all revolve around my new inks, my 6 new colors. And I hope you like them. And I want to let you know that all inks are not the same. There's a million dye-based inks out there on the market, and each of them probably does something a little different than the other. There's not one that's necessarily better than the other. They're different. And so when you're looking at dye-based inks, which is the most common ink in our crafty industry, you're looking for the properties that will work for your crafting needs. Memento ink doesn't move with water. It's not really blendable and it doesn't move with water, but oxide inks are more of a pigment type, a kind of a hybrid between a dye and a pigment type ink, and lets you blend, but stays wet, but they're more pigmenty than dye. And Tim Holtz, just the regular distress ink, are very water reactive and very blendable, but don't stay wet long enough for you to use embossing powder with. There's not one ink that does absolutely everything, but there's many inks that will do an assortment of, and not one ink is better than the other. They're different, and I think that that's super important, because I don't want anybody to think that I have a wonderful company that makes my inks. Jacquard is amazing, and they are a fine art company. So the quality and the saturation of the inks is superior. But these inks may not have the properties that you're looking for. Can you stamp with them? Yes. Can you blend with them? Yes. Are they water reactive? Yes. That right there, you may say, I don't want a water reactive ink. I don't want something that moves with water. Then these wouldn't be the inks for you. Can you use them with embossing powder even though they're a dye-based ink? Yes. So you need to look at the properties of the inks that you're considering and say, do they do what I want them to do? And if they do, great. You also don't have to just stay with one company. If all you're doing is stamping and coloring and using your blending tools, go buy the colors that make your heart happy. Absolutely. Because dye banks, they're going to blend with each other for the most part. Mementos, not so much. But many other dye-based inks, you're going to buy towards the color that you're looking for. If you're not looking to use embossing powders, you're just stamping with my inks. Well, my inks you can mix with just about it. Heroes inks, Hero Arts inks, or Tim Holtz inks, Rangers inks, whatever makes your heart happy. So I don't want you to think that you have to stay in this little hole of inks where you've got to just get what's inside this one category from this one company. Be free. Buy what is going to work for you, and buy the colors that make your heart happy. So I'm going to tilt on down. We're going to get started for today. There are a lot of inks on the market. They all do something different. That's the truth. All right, I'm going to tilt down. We're going to get started. I've got some samples to show you. It's good to see everybody. Congratulations to our winner chicken dinners. Holy smokes, $75. Ladies, wahoo kachoo for you. That's a pretty good haul. Okay, so I have Crafter's Companion Flamazing Flamingos. Hello, Flamazing Flamingos. Look, isn't that beautiful? The paper is stunning. This is an embossing folder that we have fussy cut on one side to get that edge. Look, isn't that beautiful? But then we go into, oh, look at that embossing folder they did. And yeah, those are some of my inks. Isn't that lovely? You've got the sentiment. It's just beautiful. Everything's beautiful. And then we've got a die, an embossing folder, some of my inks. Shake those tail feathers. Super cute. So all of this is available at scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and yes, we will have all of it in the retail store. Now, yeah, we actually have a retail store. Now, have no worries. I have so many more samples and layouts to show you. I can't wait to share them with you. But I wanted to kind of give you a sneak peek of what Flamazing Flamingos look like. With that being said, I want to bring out my dye-based inks. So first thing you're going to notice is a packaging change. We've gone from a darker package into a white with instead of this being in a color or a black, now it's in the color. So a little bit of a packaging change, and this will be, I believe this is what we're set on. When something's so new, you don't know what you want until you do it. And I really love the brightness of this. I really love how the colors just kind of pop right off. It makes my heart super happy. These are the 6 new colors. We have Zesty Lime, we have Papaya Salad, we have Pineapple Crush, we have Eggplant Parm, we have Dragon Fruit Delight, and we have Blue Raspberry. So all 6 colors do have the reinkers available right now. So the reinkers are available, and I'll tell you, for a lot of things, I use the reinkers almost more than I use my pads sometimes. I love the reinkers because they are so highly saturated that what I can do with them is magical. It really is. So the bundle that we have online is for the ink pads, and then we have a bundle for the reinkers. We don't have an I Want It All that encompasses everything. So if you want the reinkers, you buy that bundle. If you want the ink pads, you buy that bundle. And if you want them both, well, happy day. And if you don't want any of it, then it's a pass. That's perfectly fine. Today, I'm really going to be focusing with the ink pads. And there is a new product that has come out from Crafter's Companion that I had to have. So I'm generally not one to sway. When I pick something that I like, I stick with it unless there's a reason to change. And these new blending brushes are pretty amazing. I went ahead and launched them a little bit early. I did it on our New For You Thursday. They're fabulous. There's 5 blending brushes in here, and they're not like nothing I've ever seen before. And when I started to play with them, I got a set in, and it stopped traffic. So what is inside are 5 blending brushes. So there's 5 of these inside. They retail for $24.99. We have them for $17.99, and look at them. They're soft bristle. They are so easy to hold. You have a little finger right here to put your finger right there, or you don't have to. They're just beautiful. And I have been a Couture Creations girl with blending brushes forever. So for me, I'll still carry the Couture Creation and I will still use them, but these are different and unique and they work so well, and I am all about the storage, and they come with the storage. So each has their own little container to put in. And what I want to tell you is the container has 2 molded pieces right up top and then an empty space right here. Where these 2 molded pieces of plastic are, that's where you put the handle. You want to put the bristles down in that empty area. The top holds the handle, the bottom is for the bristles, and then you close it up and you have protected your beautiful blending brush. If you do it the other way, what happens is those molded pieces of plastic interfere with the bristles. You don't want that to interfere with the bristles. You don't want them to get squished or anything like that. So always remember that where that molded piece of plastic is, that's where your handle goes. You close it up and bam. Now, what they did is they included in this package, and please don't lose it because it's easy to throw away. There's this little piece of paper in this package. And what this little piece of paper has is 5 stickers. And those stickers are hexagons. Why are they hexagons? Because you take the sticker, peel it right off, put it right on the top of your blending brush, and put the color family or the color that is for this brush. And then you can put it away and close it up, and bam. So 5 of them come in each kit, in each set. And at $24.99, that's still a great deal. But at $17.99, that puts them at around $3. I think $3.70 each, $3.60 each. And again, the storage is key. That's why I love the Couture Creations blending brushes, because those are a traditional blending brush, but they come with little hats. They're so cute. They have storage to protect the bristles. So these are available now. They're online, and we have them for an amazing price. You will see that I have already done my 6 new colors. Ta-da! They make my heart happy, they sure do. And this is where we're gonna start today, is with these 6 new colors. And I think the first thing we're gonna do is we'll talk about, I'll do up some ink and I'll show you how they work, and we're gonna play with these. And then maybe we'll do some embossing, maybe some die cutting. We're just gonna let it go. My shows are always very organic. They're not planned out, they're not structured. We just kind of go, and it really is a learning opportunity and a chance to see things you may not have seen before, like these blending brushes. They are amazing. So I'm going to bring over some paper, and I think I'm going to start with just blending some color with these blending brushes. So I open it up, I've got my case. Here's my brush. I can either set it this way, I can set it this way, whatever makes my heart happy. You can certainly put a color on the top or the side of your case, up to you. And so I'm gonna start with my Pineapple Crush. And it's a yummy color, it really is. So it's bright and it's happy. And I think I'm just gonna put some color down. Now, can you see how fast color goes down? And there are no lines. No lines at all. The brushes give you 2 angles at the top and the bottom, so if you need to get into a little place, it's almost like having a cat's eye from years ago. So let's just add a little bit more color, and then I'm going to go into a different color. That's probably way too much yellow, but that's okay. Maybe I'll just work on half of it. Okay, so I've got some Pineapple Crush going on. Then I can bring over some Dragon Fruit Delight. Ooh, let's do some green. Let's do some Zesty Lime. And pick it up. And then come in. And you will notice that my inks blend. They don't make mud. Super important. So I'm just going to lay some color down. I think that's good. And then maybe I come in with my Blue Raspberry. And pick up some color. Ooh. That color makes my heart happy. And the blends are seamless and easy. And I can come back and I can add more color on top. And really intensify. And it's not going to make mud. I think that that's super important. My brush isn't getting all different kinds of ink all over it. Super important that you have this opportunity to play and layer those colors as much as you want, as dark as you want, without having to worry about mud. Kind of lost my green in there. There we go. All right, I've got so much color layered on here. Holy smokes, artichokes. So you can see it's seamless in its blends. That has something to do with my ink, and it has something to do with the brush. So my inks blend, but the brushes blend, and they're so easy to hold. So now what do I want to do with this? I think I'm going to set it off to the side, and I'm going to do one more. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it off to the side, and I'm going to do one more. I'm going to clean up my little space. And I'm a girl who always likes to start with yellow. It's just who I am. I can't help myself. And I love my pineapple crush. It's bright and happy. I have yellow curry too, but that's a completely different yellow. Totally different yellow. I'm all about the color. Okay, so there's my yellow. Now I will go in with my Dragon Fruit Delight. Oh. Oh, do you see how they blend and they make a new color? Super pretty. And then what other color do I want? Decisions. Should I do a little bit of papaya, or do you think that's going to be too close? Not enough contrast. Maybe blue. Maybe blue raspberry, just a little. And I can just layer that color on and layer that color on until my heart is happy. I come back with my pink and blend into that. Ooh, okay, let's do something with it. Oh, do I want to add just a little bit more yellow? Okay, a little bit more yellow. So let me wipe down my table, and now we have two to play with. Totally different, but two to play with. Hello. Let's see. Let's play with maybe. Let's play with. Let's play with the 3D embossing folder. So this is a 5x7 3D embossing folder from Flamingos. It's Tropical Flora. It is part of the I Want It All bundle. And I'm going to tell you, I wasn't exactly sure on this one. Crafter's Companion has their name on the, I believe this to be the front because that's where their name is. But this embossing folder is beautiful on the front side and the back side. And that's why I did 2, because we're going to emboss the front and the back side because I want you to see the difference. I didn't blend enough color down. Well, we can remedy that now, can't we? Some yellow. Some blue. And some Dragon Fruit Delight. There, now I blended enough color down. So I'm going to put it in. And I'm going to send it through my Big Shot machine. So let's pull my Big Shot machine over. Here it is. I have the standard Big Shot machine, 6 inches wide. It is the crank one. This doesn't push a button. This is a 3D embossing folder. So you can look at your platform that comes with your Big Shot machine, and it will tell you about 3D embossing folders. And it will say you're going to use this platform, then the embossing folder, and then 1 cut plate. But this is specifically for Sizzix 3D embossing folders, and there is no universal thickness. Boy, howdy, do I wish there was. Every manufacturer's embossing folder, 3D or not, is a different thickness. So you're going to have to work with your machine to find out what shim you need. So if I do this exactly like they tell me to, I'm going to use my base platform, I'm going to put my embossing folder down with my paper, and I'm going to take 1 cut plate or do not cut plate to put over the top, and I'm going to send it on through. Now I can tell you, this ain't happening. Look see how easy that is? There is nothing going on here. You're going to get to the end and you're going to open it up and you're going to say, oh, I can't wait to see it. And you will still be waiting to see it. So because this embossing folder isn't as thick as the Sizzix embossing folder, you're going to have to try a different sandwich. Now for a 2D embossing folder, it is your base platform, your cut plate, and either another cut plate or a do not cut plate on top, and you send it on through. Okay, and this is telling me, let's see if I can go back some more. This is telling me no can do. Girlfriend, you just need to stop. This is saying it's too thick. Do not force it through. I can tell you that you can't move it. So don't. Push it back out, and it must be a different sandwich. So now what do I have? What do I have that I can play with? Well, my machine did come with a solo shim. I use it when I use my wafer style dies, my solo shim. So what if I took the base platform and my solo shim and my embossing folder and then a plate over the top? Is that going to be enough? Every machine is different. You're going to have to, maybe with a different manufacturer's machine, it might be a different sandwich, but you will figure your sandwich out, absolutely. Oh, see, that rolls through, lovely. Perfect. Ta-da, and I can roll it back if I want to. It's really up to me. And now I have got this beautiful image. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty spectacular. But we're going to make it better. So I've got this one done, and I put my paper face up with the Crafter's Companion facing me. I think I'm gonna have to make this one a little bit bigger, so I think I have to ink it a little bit more. So let's just ink it super fast. Looky how yummy that is. It just doesn't get any faster and easier than that, truly. I don't know where these have been all my life, but I'm glad I have them now. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. So this is how I sent it through for this. This time I'm going to turn my paper upside down. So it's almost backwards. I have to decide which side I want. Do I want that side or do I want that side? I think I'm going to take this side. So now my paper is technically upside down. I've got my pretty inked paper upside down so that my Crafter's Companion is facing me, but the paper I want to see on my finished project is not, and I'm going to send it through. This embossing folder is beautiful both ways. Some embossing folders are magnificent one way and they're okay, you know, on the reverse. This one is great both ways. I'm sending it on through, get to the end, and I'll just bring it right on back. And I'm done. Now, when I open it up, this is the same as this, but when I turn it over, now I've got the embossed side and the debossed side. And I think an easy way for you to see the color is to maybe take, do we want to use black? You're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's only paper. Oh, look at how beautiful is this. Let's trim it out. Let's get rid of what I call the noise, get rid of all the excess stuff. So down here at the bottom. Now I don't want the whole thing to be black. I just want that black to highlight. And over here at the side. How pretty is that? Right? So this is the debossed side. Let's see, we'll use black on this one too. Who knows what we're gonna get? Let's see what we get. Ready? And again, I just want it to really hit. I think I'm gonna get a little bit in there. I just want it to hit that embossing. And now let's see what we get. So cut out all the noise, get rid of all the surrounding that you're not going to be using. And both are lovely, but they're different. But it's one embossing folder. Both sides give you amazing, amazing looks. They really do. Love this. And then I could pull over. You'll see why I had to have the Flamazing. This is their Flamazing Flamingos linen, luxury linen cardstock. So let me just pull it out. You get 8 different colors. And let me pull out one of each color so you can see why I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, I'm telling you, like we were in sync. But we didn't talk to each other. Of course I had no idea what Crafter's Companion was doing. Of course I didn't. But my goodness gracious. Okay, there's all 8 colors. My goodness gracious. It's like a match made in heaven. My ink and their paper. Where the colors combined. Oh, this way. It really is. Even this one is beautiful. It pulls in the color where they combine. The purple, maybe not the purple on this one, but the green, absolutely. I had to have the collection when I saw the colors. I mean, look at how beautiful is that. Put that against something, oh, lovely. In fact, that would actually probably look really lovely against, I mean, it'll pop against that purple. Holy smokes, artichokes. Oh yeah, that works for me. I like it on that purple. I think I'm just gonna trim that out and do that. Should I do it this way? I should do it this way. I'm freehanding. You probably wouldn't. But I struggle with a trimmer. I struggle less freehanding than I do with a trimmer. So I take the lesser of 2 evils. Okay, so I think I want that for this one. I don't know. That one, the brighter one. Oh, that's very pretty. I think I'm going to do that. So our first 2 done, where we've used the blending brushes beautifully, easily, and effectively. All right, I'm just going to tape these down real quick. And the girls are going to finish them as samples on Monday. They aren't you girls? They always find out what they're going to have waiting for them. But the SMS girls, they always find out what they're going to have waiting for them on Monday when they watch the video on Saturday. Oh my gosh. All right. So down we go. And down we go. And then I would probably mat it on black, but I will leave that up to them how they want to do the last mat. I love it with the black. It makes everything pop. Okay, that one, and I love this one on the purple. Well, let's tape it down and then we'll trim it out. And then we're gonna move on because I have another thing I want to show you with the inks. Now my inks do so much, it's impossible to show you everything in one video. I really had the opportunity to say what I wanted the ink to do. And I really didn't think that they would accomplish it, but I didn't fully understand that Jacquard is Jacquard. they are, I didn't know what I didn't know at the time. I knew that they were a fine art company. I knew that they make Pearl-Ex and Pinata alcohol inks, which are the finest on the market when it comes to alcohol ink. They're made with ethanol, and it's amazing alcohol ink. They do Lumiere. They do, I mean, all of these amazing things that the fine art world has always had that we crafters didn't know anything about. And because they come from the fine art world, the materials that they start with are better. They always start with a higher grade of product because, well, it's a fine art company. And I guess I was really happy when it came time to price my inks. You know, inks are getting more and more expensive, but we were able to keep them at around $7.60 for a full-size pad. And in today's market, that's a pretty good price right now. And then of course we have them on sale. All right, number 2, done. So I started here. Let's do something else. I'm gonna bring over, and I think I will take, because I'm my own girl, I know who I am, I'm gonna take my yellow, and instead of going from here to here, I'm gonna go here to there. And then I can take my brush, and look at that. I can go in and drag my color and then take my blending brush and blend it in. Is that a little bit of happiness? Look at that. I can drag my color and then go in and blend. I lost my yellow. How easy was that? To drag color. I literally just went in and blended it out. Look at how easy that is, just to drag and blend. Drag and blend. All I have to do is look for the one that has the right color on the top. And I can keep layering my color until I'm happy. I just put blue down. Now I'm going to put passion fruit over the top of it. And it doesn't make mud. And I can keep layering color on top of color, on top of color, on top of color until I'm happy. My blue. And you're waiting for it to just become a non-color, but that doesn't happen. And I can play and play and play. Let's go ahead and let's use this one more time, yeah? And let's put our paper in. Our paper in this way. I think that's good. Let me put some lids on. And let me wipe up my table because I'm using white paper. And because my ink's water soluble, bam, there you go. And let's send this on through. So again, I'm using a 3D embossing folder with my Sizzix Big Shot machine. So I have to, and it's not by a Sizzix, it's not a Sizzix folder, no, no, no. It's a Crafter's Companion folder. So I have to figure out the right sandwich. And I want that color in there. I do. Can I scooch this over just a little bit to get that color in there? All right. So let's go give it a whirl, send it on through, front and back, all the way to the end, and then bring it on back. So there's that one, and I've got this one over here too, so I might as well do it. We'll do this one backwards. Just so we have apples to apples, you can see the difference. So you see you're getting almost 2 embossing folders in one because the look is so beautiful both ways. And not every embossing folder can say that. Oh, nope, I gotta go chomp, chomp, chomp first. So I always put my embossing folders in with the opening first. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Everybody does it differently. I have been doing it this way for, well, as long as embossing folders, probably 15 years, and that's how I roll. If you roll differently, that's okay. But I go chomp, 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 and away I go. So now I've got a deboss and an emboss. What if we took the blue and we dragged the blue? Now I'm not trying to get the whole thing covered in blue. I like having some negative space. don't know if you can see that. It's pretty beautiful. I'm going to set that one to the side for just a minute. And let's drag this one in the pink. There's that little one that it always misses. In the pink. So now I can come in and cut it out. And instead of having the black, now I've dragged it in the color of the ink. And remember, I started with an ink drag. That's how I blended my inks, was an ink drag. Right? Yay! Let's cut this one. Now it's got a lot of ink on there. It's a little shiny. It's going to take it a minute to dry. But it's got a lot of ink on there. But look at how pretty they are. And I guess the really most important thing to remember is that it all started got my fingers in that. It all started with a drag. And then a blend. And then a blend. So I don't know how many inks will let you drag and blend. I know several will let you drag, but not then come back and blend because it absorbs too quickly. This gives you the opportunity to do it all. So just another way of using my inks that's a little different than everybody else. And you just go for it. And you just go for it. Until your heart's happy and I can continue to layer color on top of color, on top of color, on top of color, and I don't make mud. So the inks are fun and they're easy to use, and the properties of them are different. But I want to move on. So the next thing I want to show you is something that, gosh, I used to do eons ago, but I haven't done it in forever, and we're gonna give it a try. You can see how my hands got so inky. I love inky fingers. It makes my heart happy. So, what if I took a piece of paper and I took a baby wipe? And I folded my baby wipe all nice and neat. These are from Sam's Club or Costco. Get the least expensive baby wipes you can get your hands on. And what if I took one of my inks and I did a swipe? Now it's not 100% coverage. You can see that. I'm not going for that. Then I came in with my baby wipe and I worked up. And then I started to work down. Turn my baby wipe over if I need to. I'm going to lighten that color a little bit. And now you can see kind of the spectrum of my ink pad. So my inks are so highly saturated. Oh my gosh, right? Is that, that's where my hand was. Is that amazing? Done with a baby wipe. Okay, let's do another one. We'll do all the colors. Let's try blue. So I'm not trying to get a full coverage when I put it down. I don't mind that it has holes and white space. That's perfect. This is not that type of ink. Oh, look at, I'm telling you, my poor manicure, it's just had it. I suppose I could take a little bit of my purple and kind of do my nails. So I'm not trying to get a drag where there's no white space. I can do that, but I don't care about that. I'm gonna do an ombre blend, so I just wanna get some of my color down. And that's good, that's enough. Then I want my baby wipe. And I always want to start here and work up and then work back down again. So I always want to start here and then start to work back down again. I'm just trying to fade it a little bit. Now I think I faded it almost too much. Pretty, but if I want more color, come back in, give a swipe, start here, work your way up, and then start to work your way back down again. And look at the color. Now, I could get it lighter than this, but I think you get the idea. This is blue raspberry. This is eggplant parm. And this one's blue raspberry. Yum, right? Okay, there's two. Let's keep going. I got two done, and now I'm not using my blending brushes at all. Let's grab another baby wipe. Yeah, I'm going through baby wipes like crazy, but that's okay. Eventually I will not go through as many because we'll start blending the colors. All right, so here I've got papaya salad. Start here, not here, here. Start there and blend up. And then start your blending down. And if I want it darker, come back in, give another swipe. Remember to start blending up. And then blend down. Papaya salad. Now I'm not working on watercolor paper. I'm working on 100-pound paper. What do we think? Let's keep going. I'm gonna have to cut more paper. Let's do our yellow, which is Pineapple Crush. Do a swipe. Oh, probably too much. Could have stopped. Start down here, wipe up, and then wipe down. And that's how you get that perfect ombre, that perfect gradation of color. If I want it darker, oh, that's pretty good. Swipe. Start here and work up, and then start working down. I think I have too much of a demarcation line there. There we go. Now that's pineapple. Hello. What do we think? Look at the ombre. Isn't that beautiful? And as they dry, they just come to life. This is gorgeous. Okay, next one. Oh, I got some blue on there. All right, well, next one. I suppose I could turn this in and inside out. Oh, I think I can get a corner that doesn't have any yellow. So I need to do my pink, which is Dragon Fruit Delight. Lots of white space in there, no big deal. Go in, go up, come down. Yay! And if I want it darker, go in and add more color. Swipe right at the top. And go in, go up. You always start up with going up and then you come back down. Yum. And what do I have left to do? Green. 1, 2, 3, green. Green's my last one, and green is Zesty Lime. Okay, grab a piece of paper and my baby wipe. And then swipe. And then start up. And come back down. Zesty Lime. And if I want it darker, come in, swipe, start up, and then come back down. All right, I think that's all of them. Zesty Lime, Dragon Fruit Delight, Pineapple Crush, Blue Raspberry, Eggplant Parm, and Papaya Salad, all done with baby wipes. So now we can take it and we can bring it over and we can choose to blend and mix. I'm not changing I'm just gonna go for it. And I get what I get when I get it. Now I can flip it in if I want to pick up some color. And I've got enough color on here probably to do 2 more panels. And I can add color. And just blend until I'm happy. I think I'm okay with that one. I think I'm gonna let that one be and let it give it a second to dry. And I think I'm gonna bring these over. Oh, maybe I'll do these. Let's try those and see what we get. So I'm all about the yellow. And then I could come in with maybe a little bit of my green. And then some of my papaya salad maybe. And I'm just layering color on top of color on top of color on top of color on top of color. And I'm just letting it be. Have at it. And let's see what we get. Oh, no, that doesn't go on there. That goes on there. That goes on there. That goes on there. And let's see what we get. So I think I'll bring out the die this time. Let's play with this one. And let's see what we get. So this is also part of the I Want It All bundle. And it is 2 dies. So you've got 1 die that's going to cut into the paper, and if you want to cut the whole thing out, you use the additional rectangle die. I'm trying to decide where I want it to cut. But let's just try it, right? So let's bring over my Big Shot machine again. And this is a wafer style die. So I know that I'm going, in fact, I'm going to leave a little bit of space just in case. I've got my base platform. I've got my solo shim. I need a cut plate. I need my paper with my die. And then a do not cut plate. Now I'm not going to use a precision base plate with this. I am going to rotate it. And I'm going to see if that's going to get the job done. So when I get to the end, I'm just going to flip my die, my whole platform over. Because everybody's machine, no matter who manufactures it, everybody's machine has a sweet spot. So running it back and forth doesn't really change anything because it's hitting the roller exactly the same way. But if you just rotate the die, oh, I have a feeling I'm gonna have ink all over my face. If you just rotate the die, now it's hitting the roller in a new and unique way, giving it an opportunity to cut. Maybe where it didn't cut the first time. Let's see. That looks pretty good, right? I mean, that's what we like to see, all of those fabulous fallouts falling out. That's what makes our heart happy. When we don't have to go in there and pick and prod and poke to get them out, they just kind of all fall out. That's their job. And I didn't use a precision base plate. Oh, but I do like this so much. I do like this so much. So now I was pretty good with my rectangle. Okay, so over or under, 50% over in the trash or 50% under? Come on, vote now. 50% over or under. The trash is right there. And I really do have, I have a straight shot. So I'm just giving you a heads up. I got a straight shot this time. Somebody put the trash can on an angle. How smart were they? Ready? Oh, yeah. Okay, 50% over. If you chose over, well done you. Only because the trash can is on an angle today. Oh, and did you see how quick and easy we did that? Super quick, super easy. Now I could trim down the rectangle myself, or I can use the die that it comes with. Put it over the top and send it back through to cut it out. It's your decision. I would not do them both at the same time. And I may want to tape this down if I'm going to do this, but I don't have any tape here. I think I would have wanted to tape this down in place so it doesn't move. Well, all a girl can do is try. Oh, not bad, a little off, but that's okay. For no tape, I think I'm good with that. Little narrow here, a little fat on that side. But look at how pretty is that. And do you know how easy it was? Love the colors. Love the colors. Love, love, love. Oh, I have this one. Okay, I have this one over here that I can do. This one is, am I white? Am I two? Oh, I'm just by the hair of a chinny chin chin. Let's cut another piece. And let's go. Yellow. Now you know how my hands got all inky. Some blue and kind of keep it kind of light. Pink. I think I'm gonna let that be. Look at that color. Holy smokes, artichokes, right? It was that fast and that easy to make this background. But then we have to move on. Top plate, please. Anybody seen it? It was purple. It was here. Oh, it's underneath. Thank you very much. It was underneath. I heard you. I heard you. Okay, let's send it on through. Now again, these are probably not your traditional colors for your tropical leaves, but what is tropical if not bright and happy? Oh, I didn't rotate. Let's rotate it. So there's that one. And we'll pop it on out, and we'll bring this one over. And we'll cut this one. And then we'll have several of these. I don't know what the girls are going to do with them. And rotate. Well, we'll see. Yeah, right there. I thought not. So pretty. All right, this one didn't cut all the way through down at the bottom. Cut some, but not all the way. Over or under. Whoa, oh, I was a little ambitious with that. I'm gonna recut this. I'm gonna try and line it back up and send it back on through. See if I can get the rest of it to cut. So I'm gonna click it back into place because I'm not willing to quit. I got nothing to lose right now anyway. All I can do is maybe go in there and kind of cut them all out, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to give myself an opportunity to try. I'm just lining it on up. I'm going to send it on back, and we're going to send it on through one more time and see if by cleaning it out, that made a difference. I didn't rotate, but I'm going to look at it. I think I got it. That's a bwahaha moment for me. And everything falls out. Don't give up. Reline it in the die and send it back on through. Now I can look at this and I can say, do I want more color somewhere? Do I want more green in here? Do I want more yellow in here? Do I want more color? And then I can come back in. And add more color if that's what's going to make my heart happy. Maybe you just want it a little darker now that you've got it die cut. And again, the color lays on top. It just lays on top. You have options. You have options. Here. Come on, little bits and pieces. Oh, right there, that one. That one. through the back. There we go. So now I decide if I'm happy with this or do I want to add some more color. It was so fast and so easy to make this background. A couple swipes of my ink, a couple swipes of my baby wipe, and bam, I was done. Oh, look at how that brightens and tropicals that up. Oh my gosh. Yellow just makes everything happy. It just does. It's that easy. The inks are that easy to work with. So if you can even believe we've done these. We've done these. We've done these. We did all of these, but we're not done yet. Yay! We've done all of that, but we're not done yet. I think I'll put the die away and cover up my inks. And I'm going to need more white paper. And let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm going to drag, and I'm going to bring that embossing folder back. So I'm going to clean this embossing folder. I'm going to bring that 3D embossing folder back, and then they've got a set of 2D embossing folders. You're like, a set? Yeah, it's a set. Oh, here it is. A set of 2D embossing folders. They're panels. You get 1, 2, 3. They're beautiful. I'm going to start with the 3D embossing folder. And I'm just going to clean. And I think I'm going to drag. So I always start with yellow. Drag some yellow. Drag some blue. Drag some pink. And maybe I'll be good for the minute. Okay, so I've dragged some color, and I don't know that I'm gonna blend it or not. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could blend out some of the rough edges. But I think that's all I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna throw it through my embossing folder. Hello, embossing folder, and we'll have the Crafter's Companion side up. And I love that pink, so I want that pink. I'm gonna run it through this way. gosh, that would be pretty to save for something, isn't it? Let's bring my Big Shot back over, and let's remember that I'm using another type of embossing folder, not a Sizzix embossing folder. So I have to figure out my sandwich, and it's not hard. You only have so many options. So I've got it with my base platform, my solo shim, my embossing folder with my paper, and my do not cut plate. And I'm sending it on through. And then I'm sending it on back. Okay. So I've got my deboss, and I know it kind of looks like a hot mess. I hear you on that. I'm gonna bring over a piece of paper. I need to have it handy, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna drag the blue on top again. Kind of looks like a hot mess. I'm just gonna drag my blue. I think I'm going to drag my pink. And now, while it's wet, I'm going to grab some Sizzix embossing powder, clear embossing powder. Now this is a dye-based ink. Dye-based inks shouldn't do this. And I'm going to throw some embossing powder down. Tap off my excess. My embossing powder is sticking. So I'm not using a Versamark, and I'm not using a pigment-based ink. Bring over my heat tool. And hold my heat tool in place until I start to see it changed color. Now, for those of you who have never seen embossing powder before, this can be an aha moment. I am taking what is known as a plastic that's been finely ground, and I'm adding enough heat to melt it. And you can see the difference. Now, once it's cool, once your paper's cool, the embossing powder it's dry. I'm taking from a powder. Here, I've still got powder all over, but here I've added enough heat to melt it. Oh, now you see there's a little place right there. I haven't added enough heat right there to melt it, so I need to go back. But it is pretty magical. When you take embossing powder and you melt it. And I just slowly work over the whole thing. And I can see the colors brighten up. That's when I know the powder has melted, because the colors brighten. That haze of the embossing powder disappears. So let's take a look. Now I can see that it's embossed, but I can see, oh, there's a big spot right here. There's no gloss there. It's still embossing powder. I need to heat that to turn it, and I can clearly see I missed it. Now I can kind of put it on an angle to see if I missed any place else. And if I want, I can do a double emboss. So I'm going to take one of the inks, I'm going to take a yellow, something that's not going to change the color. And I'm going to wipe my yellow right on top. Just laying down a little bit more color, but ultimately what it's doing is it's laying down an ink that's wet enough for me to now throw embossing powder over for a second time, a double emboss. If you want that glazy, beautiful look, a double emboss is how you get it. So I always use an embossing powder that's not too thick. I don't want to use something heavy. I want to use a detailed embossing powder. Sizzix embossing powder is pretty darn fine because I want that embossing powder to cling to all the detail. If my embossing powder granules are too thick, when it melts too much. And it fills all the detail in and you lose all of the detail. And you can see I put 90% of my embossing powder back every time because you're only using enough that clings to your image. Do you see it turning? And I'm not doing this, and I'm not going like this. I'm holding it in a spot until I see it turn, and then I'm moving it. Doing this is like taking your boiling water on and off the stove. You finally get your water to boil, and then you take it off the stove, and then you put it back on the stove to boil, and then you take it off. Every time I move my heat tool, it instantly starts to cool. So if I leave it where I need it to be, now I've got even a beautiful, the glaze is just gorgeous. And that's what it looks like, a glaze. And those colors, they stay just blended and true. And I just swiped. And it's pretty magical when you look at it. But I didn't do anything difficult at all. Not at all. Let's go again. What colors? We want some purple in there. We want the green in there. And maybe just soften that edge just a little bit. Okay, let's try that. All we can do is see what happens, right? Let's run it through the embossing folder. Do I like that? Or do I like that? I think I like that. I think I'm gonna go there. So green and pink and yellow, perhaps colors you wouldn't normally put together because, well, mud would happen. Let's send it on through and let's see what we got. Roll forward, roll back. Bring it out. And now let's take a totally different color. So I didn't use, do I want to use purple on here? Do I want to use the blue in here? Oh, it makes me nervous. It does, it makes me nervous. Okay, bring it over and let's throw some embossing powder over the top of it. Tap my embossing powder back into its jar. Bring my heat tool on over. And all I did was swipe ink. And you can see the color turning. Not every dye-based ink pad's going to be able to do this for you. It takes a special ink, a different ink, that will allow you to emboss over the top. And whether you want a single emboss or a double emboss. And now it's up to me. What color do I want? I suppose I could try with a pink and go over the top with some pink, so I can double emboss. I'm just trying to get it wet enough so that my embossing powder will stick. So a little bit more pink. It's not going to really have a huge change on the project because what's underneath the embossing powder is already capsulated in. It's encapsulated in that embossing powder, so I don't have to worry about it blending in what I've just put on top. Embossing powder. Back in my jar. And heat to melt. Now you can't use a blow dryer to do this, and you don't want to use this to dry your hair. I also don't recommend a paint stripper unless you are seriously good, because that gets so hot. Look at those colors come to life. It's like they become, they just become beautiful. They just come to life. And you look like this amazing artist. Well, this is your art, so, you are an artist because you are creating this, and anything you create is your art. But being able to use something that is manufactured by a fine art company and ink that is so formulated to do everything I asked it to do. Give it just a second to cool down. And bam. I could do this all day long. But what if you don't want to swipe? What if you are like, I want the color where I want the color? I hear you. Okay, let's do a couple that way. Let me cut some more paper. It's a good thing that we opened up a brand new pack of paper because I think I've gone through the whole thing. Okay, so let's take these. I think I'll use these, and I'm going to wipe down my table one more time. My ink pads, my fingers. And I'm going to come back and use my blending brushes again. So I've got them all sitting here waiting for me, and I think I'm going to use my blending brushes again. I think I will start with, well, it's just me. I'm sorry. I'm predictable. So I can swipe and then blend out if it's just faster for me. I'm not looking for consistent color all the way through. I'm looking for highs and lows because that's what gives the definition. And then maybe some of my papaya. And then maybe a little green. A little bit of my zesty lime. Maybe a little bit more papaya. Right there on my edge. All right, let's see what we get. You think I can roll all three of those through at once? Do you think I gave enough room? One. Oh, that tape is strong. 2, 3. So what if I do 1, 2, 3. I need to move this one over just a little bit. So there's a little negative space there. I'll live with it. So I'm going to try and roll all three of these through at the same time. Wish me luck. Let's bring my machine over. And this is a 2D folder. So I'm going to go with what Sizzix says to do with regular embossing folders, because 2D folders tend to all be very similar in their thickness. It's the 3D folders that seem to be so different. So I'm gonna lay this on. So I've got my base plate. I have got my no solar shim, just my base plate, my cut pad, my paper, my embossing folders. Do you think this is the right way? Oh, Stacey. Nope, I'm gonna do them this way. I'm gonna flip them over, because it says Crafter's Companion on this side. So I'm going to assume that that's the front. But maybe they're like the other and it doesn't make a difference. It's beautiful both ways. Okay, I've got them all on there. I've got them on my platform. I've got my do not cut plate on top. And all we can do is try. Okay, seems to be going okay. We seem to be going okay. Now, if you accidentally have one of them overlapping on the other, it will not go through, that I'm sure. Your machine will say, wait a minute, once you get to that overlapped part, because it'll be too thick. Okay, I have them all on there. Let's take the blue. Let's take our embossing powder and see what happens. So this time we put our ink down with our blending brushes because we wanted to be a little more specific about how we blended the colors, and maybe we didn't want the lines that dragging leaves, even though we could blend them out if we wanted to. And let's heat. And watch it turn. And I'm just going to walk it all the way down. And all the way back. Now, what happens if you accidentally forget to heat a place? Well, the powder will wipe completely off. It'll just wipe off. There's nothing holding it there but the wetness of the ink. So you have to melt it so it becomes a solid. And I'm just watching it turn as I move my heat tool. I got a little bit, you can see. Can you see that dull spot right there? I missed that. That's how you know you missed it. See that dull spot? And then I'll add some heat to it. And it's no longer dull. Now I'm gonna go again because it's me and I can. So I'm gonna take my blue and I'm gonna go one more time. Right over the top. One more time. And then let's emboss. I know I've got ink all over my face. I can feel it. I shouldn't have itched my nose. Inky fingers, inky nose. It's all creativity in the making, right? Let me turn this so you can see better. And I'm a dumper. I just dump it all on. Because I can always just put it all back. And let's heat. And now that blue is even more intense. And look at the difference. Look at that versus not. Look at the sheen and the shine. You're taking a plastic that's been ground fine enough that something as simple as a heat tool adds enough heat to melt it. But not every ink will do this. Typically, it's just pigment-based inks, not dye-based inks. And my inks are dye-based, so you can stamp with them and you can blend with them, and they dry not as quick as maybe perhaps a Memento ink. But it's not, they don't take what a pigment-based ink would. What do you think? I don't know. What do you think? Okay. One more time. And you're like, again? Well, you know, this is my playtime too. And let's do... How about we play with those? I've almost got too much purple now. Look at that color. I don't know if you can see that, but that's pretty wonderful. All right, let's go for it. One. Two. Oh, you know, I didn't leave a color to go over the top. Gonna try again. I'm not gonna throw that away. We'll do something with it. I don't know when, but we'll do something with it. I think I'm gonna come back. Is this big enough? I lose a little off the bottom, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna do got my fingerprints in that. So I got it in my yellow pad. I'm gonna have to work my yellow pad to get this out. And once my yellow pad is yellow again, then I know I've worked it out. I didn't think about it as I was doing it. Okay, there we go. My yellow pad's yellow again. So let's go here. And here. And here. And let's send it on through and see what we get. Boy, I really got my yellow pad dirty. You're like, are you seriously taking a baby wipe to your pad? I seriously am. It's water soluble. So I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna clean this pad up. Now, eventually, I'm gonna be okay with whatever color my yellow pad is, as long as my yellow pad is yellow, the color it gives off is yellow. There we go. I just took a baby wipe to it, and it's back to being happy again. Bring over my machine, lay it down, reline everything back up. So this time I left it so I could use like the blue over the top. I love the blue over the top. I know, I'm a creature of habit. It just makes my heart happy. That blue just kind of makes everything look fabulous. Roll it through. Bring it back. So the first one, we didn't swipe color. This one, we did. It really is personal preference. Look at that color. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It makes this one look boring. I feel like I should add some color to that. The other two are so vibrant. Stacey, 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 really? Maybe. I just couldn't help myself. It wasn't as vibrant. There, I am happier. You're like, and? Now, I don't know what I would do with the three of these. I don't know if I would cut them up and panel them on cards. I don't know if I would frame this. And I mean, it's beautiful. And it certainly would look lovely framed. But it is all about the ink today. Crafter's Companion has this fabulous collection that just looks so perfect with my inks. And my inks do so much. Yes, they stamp too. Oh, see, I feel better now. It has some color to it. Look at the colors just become happy. They're bright and vibrant. And my first 12 ink pads work exactly the same. Now you tell me where you can find an ink, a dye-based ink that lets you do this. That one, or that one, or that one, or this one. Or this one, or that one. We did all of these today. All of them. You tell me where you can get an ink that will do all of these things, and stamp, and stencil, and. They're beautiful. And it goes so perfectly with the collection from Crafter's Companion. I could then now spritz them and have little water drops on them. I have options. I do. But it all starts with the ink. And like I said, There's not one ink that's better than another. They're different. You've got to find the inks that work for you. What are you trying to accomplish, and will that ink do it? And if it won't, that's okay. There's an ink out there that will. Most of us have several different types of inks, but I was trying to make it so that maybe you didn't have to have so many different types of inks. If I could get one ink to do so much, I get one ink to just do so much. Then wouldn't your heart be happy? All up to you and more. So let me show you what we have. So I played with part of the items that are coming in the I Want It All bundle for the Flamazing Flamingo. I played with the die, and I played with the 3 2D embossing folders, and I played with the 3D embossing folder. I pulled out but didn't use the flamingo die. Isn't that so cute? So these are all part of the I Want It All. Let me just pull the whole thing out. It retails for $62.94. Your price is $49.50. And what you get is all of this. So I only used a portion of it. You get the leaves that are dies. So all of those leaves that are dies ready to go. You get the full die cut that I was using today. And it's basically a 5x7. You get the flamingo die cut. The die right here. You get the 4 stencils that do the leaves. This is all part of the I Want It All. The 3D embossing folder, the 2D embossing folder. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items in this bundle. Brand new from Crafter's Companion. And I used 3 of them today. Then we have the paper bundle. Retails for $46.97. It's yours for $36.99. And it includes the 6x6 paper pad, double-sided. I mean, it's pretty gorgeous. The 6x6 paper pad, their papers are always just lovely. Front and back. Oh my gosh, is that dreamy? Which coordinates with the 8x8 vellum. Which again is oh so dreamy. I need a piece of, I used all my white paper. Look at it against the white paper and how that, the highlight and the shadows just come to be. It's absolutely beautiful. And I think that there is 6 different designs, and you get 4 of each sheet. And it's printed vellum. It's magnificent. There's a sheet in teal back here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, look at that. That's vellum. So this coordinates with the 6x6 paper. And these coordinate with their luxury linen cardstock pack. Everything is meant to work together. So if you are all about the paper, that's why we separated the bundle, just in case you were all about the paper and not about the dies and the embossing folders and the stencils, or maybe you're all about the dies and the embossing folders and the stencils and not so much about the paper. So this is a separate I Want It All bundle. And then we have some items that are purely open stock. We've got their, I think they're tri-color markers, where there's 3 colors in each marker. We have got their, is this another stencil? I know we've got their stamp set. The 2 little flamingos. We've got another flamingo die. So it really is just about what it is that makes your heart happy. And then we have the blending brushes. And now that I'm done with the blending brushes, I'm gonna put them back in their cradle. I'm gonna close them up. And I'm gonna save them for next time. And they're gonna be exactly the way they should be. 5 per. They come with a little hexagon sticker so you can do your color. They come with the little carrying case so you keep them nice and organized and neat. I love anything that has storage. And at $17.99 versus $24.99, well, that's a holy smokes artichokes price. Yes, it is. I just feel like I'm looking for something in here. Oh, I think that there's a stamp set that's missing. My guess is that there is a stamp set, the sentiment set. I have a feeling there's a sentiment set that's supposed to be in here. Let me see. Yep, yep, yep. I was right. There is. So that bundle for $49.50, it also has a sentiment set. Oh my gosh. Okay, the pictures are online. $49.50 though, great price. Woohoo! Now let's get into samples. Cause and my ink pads, of course. We've got my ink pads, the 6 new colors. Along with the original colors. So here we have the original colors at the top. Those are my first 12, along with the black and the brown. And then the Dragon Fruit Delight and the Pineapple Crush and the Papaya Salad and the Zesty Lime and the Blue Raspberry and the Eggplant Parmesan are all new. So up here at the top, existing. Down here at the bottom, brand new. Yum! All right, and of course we have the inks to go with them, yes. tons to look at, tons to look for. And if for that $75 credit, you guys, wahoo could chew the winner chicken dinners. Now let's go into samples. And I have oodles of them for you. And it's all featuring Shake Those Feathers. Look at how cute is this. Look at how cute is this. Shake Those Feathers. And there's the die cut, the paper, the vellum. Embrace your inner flamingo. You are beautiful. And there are the 2 embossing folders used with the paper and then sanded to white. Here's another You Are Beautiful. These are the dies, the leaf dies that I didn't use. Embrace Your Inner Flamingo. There's the 3D embossing folder. Dream Big. There's the embossing folder, and then fussy cut half of it out so you have the positive and the negative. And then I have another Dream Big with part of the embossing folder and the die cut leaves and the sentiment. And then I have here, again, the 2D embossing folder where we've cut away a portion of it to give the positive and the negative. So we've cut out the sides to give that dimensional look. Embrace Your Inner Flamingo. Look at how cute is this. This is one of the dies that's open stock. It's an edge die. It's beautiful. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. With much love. Look at that with the die cut that I was using today. So pretty. You Are Magnificent. So we've got the 3D embossing folder going on. Be Flamazing. Oh, I think it is Flamazing. Dream Big. Embrace Your Inner Flamingo. Be Flamazing. Look at how cute are these. Here's the stamp set that's sold open stock. And it's been fussy cut out. There's no die to go with it. Holy smokes, artichokes. Look at this shaker. Shake those tail feathers. And then a few more that I showed you in the beginning. And then the last thing I have for you is a couple of layouts. So we have Dream Big. You've got the stamps, you've got some of the dies, you've got the big die cut that I was using today, all done in a beautiful, easy, simple, effective layout. Pretty, right? Just lovely. And then we have Stand Tall with the vellum in the center, and you've got this is the 2D embossing folder that they've re-inked down the center to make it pop. You've got the flamingo die cut, Flamazing Flamingo die cut here. We've got some of the leaf die cuts all the way around. We've got the Stand Tall sentiment. Love this. Love this. So, I'm afraid to see how much ink is on my face, and just don't tell me. What I don't know, I don't know. It is me, Stacey. Hello. It's really me. That's a lot of Stacey, that close up, isn't it? I think so too. We've had too much fun. Inky fingers, and I don't regret it for a moment. And I had the best time ever. I could sit here and do these all day long. How about this way? They make my heart happy. So, oodles for you, hopefully, to take away from this. Techniques and tips and tricks, and maybe a little more information about ink that you didn't know. Really, there's many great companies out there that make beautiful inks. They do. They're just different from each other, and I have been fortunate enough to partner myself with Jacquard, which is the top of the line when it comes to products, and really they're just wonderful, and they just take everything that you tell them, everything you suggest, you just blah, 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 all out, and their chemists go blah, 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 and then they come back and they say, is this what you were asking for? It's like, oh, I love you. So, hopefully you've learned something new. Hopefully you had a good time today. Hopefully we spent a wonderful quality afternoon together crafting. And always I am here on Mondays for Make It Mondays, on Tuesdays for Take Two Tuesdays, on Thursdays for New For You Thursdays. Those are all at 5 p.m. sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and then every Saturday morning is my full-length class where everybody's gone and it's just you and it's just me and it is my playtime. And maybe I'm self-indulgent by taking this much time to play, but man, I'm not going back to a half an hour video. Not when I can sit here and just make happiness. So, I'm Stacey. This is Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. You can find all of these products at scrapbookingmadesimple.com or in our retail store. I know that Flamingo will be available in many retailers, many independent retailers. So if you want to hang tight for them, absolutely. And if you are a retailer, you absolutely can get my inks. They are sold wholesale. So they are a globally launched product. And you can give Jacquard a call and say, I want those Stacey Park Inks in my store. And I would be thrilled. All right, you guys, until next time, have a great day, and I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.